paying the most.
Yeah, 28 reasons per day, to be exact, and they're quite big ones, these. Here's just a... What better way to spend a summer afternoon than in the garden with your neighbours, enjoying finger food, fresh lemonade and cakes.
Right, who's for cake? Yes, please.
But at this party, there's an unwelcome gatecrasher. This back garden has to be one of the closest to a UK airport. 28 planes like this are scheduled to take off today. Now, not only does it mean it's very noisy, I can literally smell the fumes coming off that. June and Alex have lived quite happily next door to Southend Airport for the past 25 years. But 18 months ago, when the airport reinforced its taxiway at the back of their garden, things changed.
It's only now, with the reusage of Charlie Taxiway, that it's causing us problems.
But you did know that there was an airport here. I mean, there was always that risk, wasn't there?
No, I don't think there was, because we were told it wasn't big enough to be expanded.
We bought here quite confidently, thinking little more than an airfield and aerodrome, and it was a very nice outlook, and we didn't have any problems. And we feel that they're forcing us out of the home that we love and that we've worked so hard for.
I think there's a plane coming in now. We'll have to shout because the plane's taking off.
This is our problem here, you know. They're far too close to our house. Far too close.
Janet Marchant's grandfather built her bungalow here in 1953, and her family have lived happily here ever since.
One morning got up, I looked out and I could see the top of the jet sitting at the bottom of the garden. That had never happened before.
How have you reacted to this?
Every time a plane sat at the bottom of my garden, I complained. Well, within a very short period of time, there was 403 complaints. The airport have now suspended us from complaining.
How can they suspend you from complaining?
We can't complain for the next 6 months, and if we do complain within that time, they will extend the suspension.
And it's the same story for neighbours Carol and Kevin.
Your life's on hold, you can't hear a darn thing. It's taking away your enjoyment in the garden.
So how much consultation was there about the change in the way they were using the taxi?
There was absolutely no consultation at all.
No letter on, I think.
They didn't contact you and say, listen, big jets will be coming.
No, I heard it on the news. Can I just say that I'm not opposed to the airport at all. We was like one of the first passengers on their EasyJet flights out of here. Seems a little bit hypocritical, but it isn't the runway, it's that taxiway.
They've got no regard for you. They just do whatever they want to do because they're a big organisation and you're just a private residence.
So what does Southend Airport have to say for itself? I've popped over the other side of the garden fence to find out.
The airport's creating an economic benefit of about 100 million a year. But nonetheless, we have people who have environmental issues that they want to raise with us, and we listen to them all the time.
They say you haven't been a good neighbour to them. You didn't warn them that things were going to change.
We have been talking to our neighbours very close to the airfield for the last couple of years, and what we've done with them is listened and we've acted. So, for example, we hold the aircraft as infrequently as we can behind the hangar so they can't be seen. We've worked with the councils to put monitors in gardens to test the air quality. We've worked on the possibility of whether it's worth putting noise barriers in.
I wonder if you were building an airport now, whether you would be allowed to have a taxiway that close to people's houses, because it is extraordinarily close.
It's a hypothetical question, I can't answer that question.
Southend Airport claims that air pollution levels are higher on the side of a busy road than they are here in people's gardens. So we've invited Dr. Norris Liu along to the garden party to put that to the test.
Because we've done it for such a short period of time, it's only a snapshot, so it's not going to be representative of what the residents are actually exposed to on a yearly basis. So we've got two different lines here. So the orange is by the road and the blue is here next to the airport.
There's big spikes when the planes take off, but actually the road has a slightly worse pollution profile than here, doesn't it? The airport plans to keep on growing. Passenger numbers hit 1.5 million this year, up a third. They intend to hit 5 million by 2023. So the truth is, it isn't going to get any quieter around here. So guys, what happens next, Alex?
I feel that if they think that we're in the way, they should be talking to us about compensation.
So what about you, Janet? Are you going to go on complaining?
I am.
But you've been suspended, remember that?
I'll carry on complaining.
Well,
Well, thank you, Justin.